Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to give you guys a quick NYX interview, quick work, running out the door makeup look that you can use. All of the products in this video are very cheap drugstore makeup NYX products, L'Oreal, stuff that you can find really anywhere, because for my working ladies, when we gotta snatch and grab, we gotta get it and go, okay? But yeah, so a lot of the products I used are that. I also used products that are very face sensitive, because I do have dermatitis and I do have very dry skin on my face. It might look oily right now because of the light, but trust me, and because of a lot of products that I use too. But I got that highlight. You see that highlight? Okay. But I actually do have dry skin, so a lot of the products that I do use are liquid because of that reason. Like I use liquid foundation and things like that, liquid concealers. But I didn't go too heavy on like an eyeshadow look this video, just because like I said, I was rushing, trying to get out the door. We're not about to sit here and do a whole 14 layer shadow look today, okay? But but like I said, y'all, let me know what you think of the video. If it's something that you would do on a daily basis or anything like that. So comment below, subscribe. I can't talk, apparently. Subscribe. Watch all the old videos. Fashion vlog videos are coming soon. Still, your girl is moving, okay? So just let me know what you think and let's get started.
So getting started, I went barefaced. You can see where I was having breakouts. So I started using my Clarity RX moisturizer. It's really good for people with rosacea and dermatitis and things like that, and sensitive skin. Very good during the summertime because it's super light. Like, you can tell it's blue, but once it goes on, it's just like you can't even see it anymore. So it's very, very good during the summertime because, hunty, this heat, I cannot. So of course, after I usually put on my moisturizer, I always put on my primer. I got kind of late in showing the primer, but I went ahead and put it on. So the primer that I use is the Maybelline Baby Skin. It's clear, so you can't really tell that it's on once you put it on. I'm not really a tinted primer kind of person. I like for mine to be translucent. Trying to let it dry, hunty, because like I said, I use a lot of wet products,
So next, I'm going to add on my foundation. I use the L'Oreal True Match foundation in shade N7 with my e.l.f. Foundation brush. I use this shade usually year-round, more than likely during the summer, because I'm a little darker, of course, during the summer. I don't use a lot because that product, literally a pinch can go a super long way. You really don't need much. Like, you see how much I put on, and it's already covering like more than half of my face. So I put a little bit more on, getting it in there, getting it done. Just blending it out, honey. That's all you gotta do is blend, blend, okay? It's the name of the game when you putting on foundation. Because I can't stand to see when people don't have their foundation blended. Even though it does look a little orange on me right now, just wait until you see it when it's blended, hunty. Okay, so now that we are almost blended to the gods, I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer. So I use the LA Pro-Conceal concealer under my eyes. I look like that because I couldn't find the name of it, but we'll figure it out later. It'll be in the info in the bottom of the video. But so I just go ahead and add to my under eye because I get a little dark up under there, and it looks really good when you put that highlighter on. I go ahead and put it at the top of my forehead, down my nose for that nose contour, so your nose can look small and snatched. Even though I don't, obviously you see I don't put that much on because my nose isn't that wide. It's like the more you put on, it's terrible. So I went ahead and got my contour beauty blender. I love that one. Don't mind me. I know it's used. Obviously, I didn't wash it for this video, but it's only been on my face, so relax. So yeah, so I used my already cut beauty blender. It is damp, and went ahead and started blending in that concealer. Like I said, the name of the game is blending. You got to get up in there, okay? But that's why I love this beauty blender, because it is already cut and creased, so you don't have to use the big hard donut beauty blenders. Like, I hate those. I use those on my dark contour, but not on my under eye contour. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and start baking using my NYX HD setting powder. And like I said before, I love translucent, so the setting powder is translucent. With my e.l.f. fan brush, honey, come on, snatch and grab, like I said. So in this process, I just put a lot on. Obviously, you can you see the steam coming off of that. But you know, I just dip a lot in there. After a while, honey, your best tool is your finger. Get your finger up in there. You know, if you ain't got a brush to do it, your fingers are always ready and available. But of course, you want to make sure your fingers are clean, because you know, you don't want any extra bacteria or anything from, you know, your fingers getting to your face. But you want to go ahead and get that on there and let it sit, so that way your highlight can be really good. And next, we're going to start the contour. Like I said, we'll put the name of the color in there later, but that one is the LA Pro-Conceal. And I actually like the liquid contours just because it gets that really sharp line. Like, under my cheekbones are very particular, so it gets right up in there exactly where I need for it to be. Look at that. Sharp. Cut somebody with that contour line, hunty. Yes. So next, I'm going to start my nose contour. I usually use a lighter color to contour my nose. Just like I said earlier, my nose is very, very small. Obviously, you can see it from the side. So I don't like to do too bold, so I'll use like a lighter brown usually on my nose. But today I wanted to go dark. I wanted to go, what nose, honey, what nose? So I'm going to use the little bit lighter over that darker conceal. It wouldn't come out, y'all. Over that darker conceal on my cheek, just to give me a little bit more of a shadow look and not such a harsh line. So obviously you can see, you know, it'll go from lighter to darker. Once I blend it in, you can tell a little bit. So I'm going to do both sides. And like I said, when you do it on your nose, you know, it's kind of, it just leaves you with a lighter look rather than such a harsh contour. And of course, you gotta get that top, honey. You gotta blend that scalp. You gotta blend in the scalp. Without that, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, so next up, guess what we have, guys? Guess what the name of the game is? It's called blending. Oh, what I told you, the best tool that you can use is your hand. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm one of those girls, like, one side of my cheek contour looks so much better than the other side. And I think my left side is my best. Like, right now, this is my left side. Like, look at that cheek. Oh, give them cheekbone. That's what I'm saying. Like, this side always comes out the best. Ooh, okay. And the other side be like, I'll be here. It's like I have to make a cheekbone on that side. But that other side is like, give me life, honey. Give me life. And of course, I'm just going to blend in the top just to make sure scalp and forehead match each other. I don't want an orange scalp and a white forehead. That is not cute. Get a little chin blending there. And next we're going to start on that nose. A lot of times I will use a different beauty blender on my nose, like I said, for that lighter color. And it's a little bit trickier trying to get into those corners of your nose. So I will use, don't judge me, I will use a gauze, or I will use a brush just to fan it out exactly how I want it. But look who is there to save the day. The finger, honey. free 99. I'm putting y'all on game, man. I'm putting you on game. A hard beauty blender is always around the corner if you need it. Always, always. So next, after I already dusted off that extra bake, I'm going to use my NYX matte finishing spray just to let everything set on my face. Let it dry, 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 dry. And yes, I'm using my Fashion Over coupon that I got. Don't judge me. And then I'm going to add a little highlight. I'm going to use my NYX Liquid Illuminator. You really only need a little bit of this because a little goes a long way. Look at that. I'm pretty sure NYX probably sells a brush for this, but look at it. Look at it. Look how easy it just blends right on in with that little finger, girl. And I like for my highlight just to kind of come up in that brow bone just so you can get that look like, ooh. Like as soon as you turn your face, you're like, ooh, hey girl, how you doing? You know, look at that. Ooh, bam. Okay, so next up is a quick brow. I promise when I say quick, this is quick. I'm using the NYX Professional double-sided brow definer. It has like a mascara in on one side, and then on the other side is the pen, and of course it is in jet black. Sometimes I'll use like a really dark brown just because I don't want my eyebrows to be super thick because my eyebrows are already thick. So I'm not one of the ones that have to go all the way in. So I'll outline the outside of them like this. And then I'll do underneath and over top and blend it in just a little bit. Because like I said, my eyebrows are thick. I don't want to look like Sally Mae the Wolf when I'm finished. So, you know, and I am doing my makeup backwards. I do want to stress this topic enough because a lot of people will do their eye makeup and then their eyebrow makeup. But when I am rushing, I, for some reason, always do my eyebrows and my eyes last. Like mascara, eyeliner, brows are always last for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe that's just how my brain takes it. But yeah. But a lot of people will go ahead and do their eyebrows just so they can conceal. I messed up a little bit. But just so they can conceal and do all that and let all, you know, the fallout of the shadow and stuff like that come out first. When I do my next makeup tutorial, I will elaborate more into that. But look at that brow, honey. I had to step back and look at it. Those thick brows, honey. So from here, I am going to start concealing. I'm going to use another LA Pro Conceal color. The same color I actually used for my under eye and use my e.l.f. concealer brush. And like I said before, a little goes a long way, so you won't need much. Of course, it didn't want to come out because I'm trying to film a tutorial. So I'm just going to go right under the eye into the crease. And like I said, usually a lot of people do this first just because, you know, they would blend this into their eyeshadow or into, you know, they want the rest of their foundation to match it. But honey, I promise you, I will forget. And that's just because that's who I am. So I'm going to do this for both eyebrows. And then once I get it in a little bit, you know, I'm going to blend it out. And of course, you always want your concealer to be a little bit lighter than your skin tone, especially if you're not really trying to hide a blemish. Usually people use like a color corrector concealer, but at this point, I'm just trying to get up in those brows and give you crease. So I'm just going to use a lighter skin tone concealer. And like I said, we're blending it out again, honey. Blending it out with that same cut concealer and with that same finger. So of course in filming this, I started doing my mascara beforehand, but I'm using my Maybelline Falsies mascara. I love this mascara because look at that lash it's creating. Like I don't even need to put falsies on. Like I normally, if I'm going out, I will put 2 to 3 layers on, and that's, yeah, it hit my eye, sorry. I will put 2 to 3 layers on, and that's over top. Look at that lash. And that is over top and under, but today I'm just doing kind of under. Like I said, I was in a rush. I just wanted to give you guys realness. So I would do that, and while the top is drying, I'll go ahead and start on the bottom. Just so, you know, once one's dry, I can go ahead and do the other and then come back to the top. And so by then, you will have lashes. And this, like the brush, you can tell in the curve really works for those under lashes, because sometimes it's hard for you to get up in there because they're shorter. So this brush really helps. So now that I am all blended out and cleaned up, honey, from that mascara running, I wanted to use the NYX Liquid Suede. I think it's called like Oh No something. I will put everything in the description box, I promise you. So I always put like a little bit of lip moisturizer on before I wear a matte color, just because, you know, like right now I'm putting it on and it has a little bit of a shine and a little wetness, but once you wear it all day, it can get a little dry and make your lips kind of peel and, you know, crack. So I try to put on a moisturizer as well as on my, you know, skin. I do it for my lips as well. But as I was putting this color on, I was trying to go berry, but this went very, very wrong. Okay, that was so corny. But this went very wrong and very dark really fast. I felt like I was going to a rave, so I took that off. So I decided to go with the never wrong Very Berry Revlon. That was the color I was trying to go after. But you know, Granny Revlon will never steer you wrong, honey. You can always get a great look from Mrs. R, okay? Never steer you wrong. What am I talking about? Who knows? All right, Mac dolls. Well, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I will have more to come, honey. Now go snatch that job and get a bag, honey, because that's exactly what I'm about to do. See you guys later.